Hey everybody, and welcome back to Astrologaster. Yes, that's right, we are Simon Forman, and we are going to find someone to blame for the death of Avis. It's definitely not our fault for being an inconsiderate jerk, or just random chance. So let's go ahead and find out what this is all about.
But why did you not let me save you, Avis? Why did you entrust your precious life to another doctor? An ignorant impostor who knows not how to read the stars to judge an illness. Oh, my beloved Avis. Why did you die before I had the chance to?
Is it because you couldn't stop yourself from bringing up the fact that you might be her child's father? Because you couldn't look beyond your own stupid needs? Simon, is that it? I caused this tragedy by being aggressive and careless in my behavior towards Avis. God is punishing me for not having been a more pleasant romantic partner for Avis. I mean, are we being too hard on ourselves? Isn't it really our fault? Or was she going to die no matter what? I mean, if she really had tuberculosis or some serious lung condition, probably our fake doctoring was not actually going to help. But we didn't make her final days and hours any better by being a jerk. So lies and rumors circulating about Avis concerning her Catholic faith and mayhap even our affair provoked anxious passions that exacerbated her illness. I can speak today, I promise. Avis lavished, I guess I can't speak today. Avis lavished such attention and care on her child that she neglected her own health. I don't think that's true. Avis's surprising decision to see no doctor led to her death. Avis's death was the fault of a licensed doctor with a medical degree. We don't know. We don't know if she was even savable, like I said. So, but I still feel like this is honestly all our fault for pushing her away. So, yep, it's us. We did it.
So 'twas I. I am to blame for Avis's death. If only I had not driven away with my ill-tempered, unkind accusations.
Yep.
Would that I had turned my thoughts to her illness and away from my own selfish needs.
Yep.
How will I ever forgive myself?
Well, you can just try to be a better person in the future. How about that one, Simon? I did wish to know who was to blame for the death of my beloved Avis. I judge that I am to blame for Avis's death. If I had not driven her away, I might have cured her of her illness. Or maybe you wouldn't have. But, like I said, you didn't make it any better. We will have one more topic about our own self, Simon Forman. One more case. Oh, Avis, if I summoned my spirit guides to aid me, would you consent to speak to me from beyond the grave? Oh, we do that too? We're not just an astrologer, we're a medium? We're some sort of soothsayer?
When you are shook by something in a book where it says that you might have some rare malady, see Doctor Forman, be sure to inform him you have it on very good authority.
Hello, Mr. Mugg. Pleasure to see you again, sir. How may I be of assistance? What rare malady do you have today?
Good day, Mr. Mugg. What brings you?
I am exceeding ill, Dr. Forman.
You definitely are.
Verily I am.
I'm sure you are.
And you know my wife. She is refusing to hear anything about it.
That's terrible,
It's but
sir.
another of your delusions, Nicholas, she says. She will not even look at it.
Look at what? Oh, I see. You may pull up your breeches now. Pray let me examine you more closely. Raise your chin, if you please. Now, loosen your garter and remove your stocking. I am afeard this verily is grave. Most grave indeed.
'Tis? Verily?
I believe so. But we must have it confirmed by the stars. Let us consult them now. What explains these swellings that have arisen on various parts of Nicholas Mugg's body?
The swellings on various parts of his body? I have pustulous swellings on my body. What ails me? You have the plague, sir? Mug has scrofula, a disease characterized by swelling and nodules around the lymph nodes and behind the knees. Well, you did say swellings, so that could be. Mug has the plague, a disease characterized by swelling and boils behind the ears, under the armpits, and in the groin. Well, we know he was talking about the groin, because there was a mention about dropping his trousers, right? So, the lymph nodes. I mean, you do have lymph nodes all along your body, but we didn't specifically mention the knees. I think you have the bubonic plague, sir. That's very bad, and we are going to treat you for that. Please take our strong water.
You are gravely ill with the plague. It is oft fatal, but you are in good hands. For during the Great Plague of '92, I was able to save many a soul from the grave with my famous strong water. A moment, if you please, while I retrieve it from my cabinet. But, sir, unhand it, sir. The dosage is very precise.
Oh,
you
no.
must not...
Oh,
nay,
no.
nay, not the whole bottle.
Oh,
Ye gods, man, what have you done?
We've killed him.
Methinks I am dying.
You definitely
well,
are.
A fatal dose. Alas, I am sorry for it, sir, but you were never meant to drink so much of it. Oh, may God forgive me.
Nay, do not blame yourself, Doctor. Thank ye heartily, for at last all shall know, my wife, my friends, how wrong they were, and how I did speak true.
William! William!
What a death.
Oh, curse it, where is that feckless manservant of mine? William! Go forth and fetch the vicar!
Well, Mr. Mug, you finally had a disease. Well, you might have not had the disease, but you finally had a rare disease, and you were happy to die of it and show your family and friends that they were wrong about you. The querent did present with swellings on various parts of the body. I did diagnose the plague and described a dose of my strong water as treatment, but the querent did prescribe himself many more doses and died thereof. That's the end of Nicholas Mug. And we did not get his letter of recommendation. Unless his wife comes back posthumously and gives it to us. Not looking great.
Mr. Forman, you have been called before this assembly of the College of Physicians to answer the charge of practicing medicine without a medical license. What have you to say in your defense? Would you deny practicing medicine, sir?
Why, no, I would not deny it. My practice is well known. Indeed, since I helped cure the plague of '92 with my strong water...
Then you admit you have committed this most grievous offense.
Ah, well, 'tis true I'm not technically
you're
licensed,
Ferraro.
but I fail to see how...
You fail to see? Then permit me to enlighten you, sir. A medical license assures the residents of London that a physician has the necessary education and skill to treat them. By practicing without qualification, you have not only broken the law, you have endangered the lives of your patients.
Hey, we've helped some
Indeed,
people.
We have received reports that a man by the name of Nicholas Mug, a wig maker of Silver Street, has lately died under your care.
That was his fault.
Aye, well, that was most lamentable, but not my fault, sir. Mr. Mug took a far greater dose of my strong water than I advised him to. He chose the dosage himself. In truth, one might say that the cause of death in this instance was, well, Nicholas Mug practicing without a medical license.
Snap.
Silence, Mr. Forman! Your impudent japery may well be suffered by your patients, but it will not be tolerated here.
I do apologize, Mr. Smith.
Besides the death of this patient, we have gathered ample evidence of your malpractice, Mr. Foreman.
No, you haven't.
Indeed, we have had this illegal operation of yours under observation for quite some time.
I can
'Twas
see it.
you,
You're Ferraro.
Riccardo Ferraro, the merchant from Venice. All along he was you, Richard Smith, the Queen's royal physician. Then I take it, Mr. Smith, you were unsatisfied with the medical care I gave you?
Sir, we are well aware of your occult practices. What you so boldly call medical care was naught but advice conjured up by means of dark magic.
No,
You
it was
have no
mostly guessing.
understanding of physic or astrology.
But my knowledge of both physic and astrology is unparalleled.
If that is so, then doubtless you will happily submit to having your knowledge examined before this assembly.
Okay, let's do it. What other option do I have? Huh? Which planet or star represents authority? Mars, Mercury, the Moon, the Sun, Can I get a quick hint on this? Anything? Nope. I'm gonna say Mars. Oh, we should have been paying attention this entire time. Holy crap! I haven't been paying attention to this. Well, let's make some inferences. Mars is the god of war, so war and strength sounds a lot like authority. The sun, I don't know if the sun is really used in astrology. I mean, because it's not a planet. I mean, I do see you say star, but the moon, no, the moon is probably like Luna, so like lunacy, irrational behavior. Mercury is more like a messenger. He's the winged god with, I don't know, we're going Mars. That was not correct, huh? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That's not astrology. I mean, it's not astrology, but I'm saying Venus. There we go. Phlegm is, oh man, I wasn't taking notes. I didn't think we would have a quiz. Cold and moist, hot and moist, cold and dry, cold and moist. Which zodiac rules over the privy parts? Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra. Scorpio?
Silence! Simon Forman, you have failed.
What?
Constable, shackle this man and take him from hence to jail.
But, sir,
We got
this is most
75%
unjust.
right.
Pray afford me the chance to unhand me, you rogue.
Unhand me indeed. Sir, I am happy to inform you that I have secured your release from jail by way of my friendship with Mistress Maud Smith, wife of the President of the College of Physicians. We have contrived to have her husband believe that you enjoy the favor of John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and that the Archbishop plans to grant you a medical license. But whilst you be freed on this day, our ruse will not hold for long, for Maud says the college intends to write to the Archbishop to warn him that you are a charlatan and to urge him not to grant you a license. Your most assured friend and querent, Alice Black. Thank you, Alice. Thank you very much.
Alice Black, she feels no shame, and forsooth is she to blame. If we were her, we'd do the same. Alice Black, she feels no shame.
Alice Black, you feel no shame, but I also have no shame in thanking you heartily for saving our skin. Thank you very much, Alice. What can we do to repay you on this fine day, madam?
Good day, Mistress Blagg. Before we start, I must thank you for having used your influence to help me resolve my recent difficulties.
Say nothing of it. Those doctors and their College of Physicians. Naught but a band of piss-pot sniffing bullies, so they are. Besides, I needed you out of prison so that you might read the stars for me.
Oh, did you?
I see. And what would you have me advise you on?
What know you of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London?
Not much,
yeah,
in truth.
not much. That's exactly
but
what I
I
was
did
gonna
attend
say.
the Easter service at St. Paul's. I found the bishop's sermon on the virtues of chastity and abstinence most compelling. Why, you know him well?
Not very well as yet. I was seated beside him at an Episcopal dinner Saturday last. We discoursed a while. Bishop Bancroft is a most charming man. But there was a moment when we did both reach for the brandy decanter.
God.
Our eyes met and I felt something.
Did you?
'Twas a spark between you and the bishop? You felt a certain frisson in the air?
Nay, I felt a certain hand up my skirts, more like.
Excuse me?
His Grace put his hand up your skirts. Madam, may I say how...
Save your congratulations, Forman. The bishop's not in the bag yet. Hence why I am come to you. Now that I have piqued his interest, I would have the stars tell me how to secure it.
Madam?
Then you wish
are
to
you not a
pursue
married woman?
an amorous affair with Bishop Bancroft. But what of your husband, Dean Blagg?
Indeed.
Oh, do not speak to me of my husband. Thomas Blagg is not fit to secure his wife's future. He is not fit for many of his marital duties, truth be told.
Ouch.
But you did warn me of Blagg's financial ruin, and for that I am grateful.
Forsooth, I am glad I was able to be of service to you, Mistress Blagg.
Speaking of such, let us press on with this day's readings, if you please.
Of course, let us consult the stars. How may Mistress Blagg secure the lasting affections of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London?
How may she indeed? How may I win the love of the Bishop of London? You shouldn't. You should go back to your husband, madam. Alice should commit adultery with the bishop while he is away from home. Alice should lie to the bishop by telling him she is with child, his child. Okay. If Alice changes her approach and exercises constraint, good angels will aid her in her plans. Alice's choices of romantic success will be enhanced if she adopts a quiet, demure manner. Well, that is true. If he is a proponent, well, I was going to say he's a proponent of, what was it? Abstinence and, and chastity. But if he's outwardly saying to be basically be a good person, but he's also doing things by being a hypocrite by putting his hands up her skirt, I don't know if being a good, chaste and immoral person, or excuse me, moral person, will gain you any favors with him. The responsible thing to do would be to tell Alice some hard truths and afford her some perspective. Her reaction to this, however, might be unpredictable. Engaging in sin would go against Alice's Christian instincts. Alice is being careless with her husband's legacy. Let's go B and see what this this hard truths and unpredictable nature will be. Let's go for that. I mean, she did help us, but maybe some tough love is what she deserves.
The stars advise you to conduct your wooing of the Bishop Bancroft with constraint and discipline. You must be strict. Allow him no intimacies.
I see. Keep the bishop's hands off me till he begs for it.
Well, if that's the way you want to put
Until
it.
he be driven so mad with lust he would offer anything for a tumble.
We didn't say that.
'Tis one interpretation, certainly. 'Tis true that Lady Anne Boleyn found success with such a stratagem in her pursuit of the late King Henry Tudor.
I don't think that ended
At
well
least
for her.
up to a point.
Exactly.
Aye, poor lady. Be there anything else?
My chart does also advise you to adopt a manner that is quiet, gentle, and demure.
Verily. I will not lie. This is beginning to sound like a cod's load of work. Mayhap I play dumb with the bishop and merely nod and smile at everything he says. But 'tis the stratagem used by Jane Seymour, I believe. And, unlike Anne Boleyn, she bagged her king without losing her head, did she not?
If you say so, I'm not keen on that particular that particular bit of history, but you had some pluses coming off the top of your head, so I think you enjoyed the reading I gave today. The querent did wish to know how she might secure the lasting affections of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London. I did advise the querent to exercise constraint and adopt a gentle manner in the company of the bishop. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day, and she will come back many more times. And then also, apparently, we had a little interaction with her in our offices, so to speak. Yes, your grace. Nay, your grace. Pray remove your hand, your grace. Needs must, but bugger this for a lark. Okay, sure.
Lancelot more, lovely his passion, lacking in mind, fulsome in fashion, the unwise truth, calls him chance, he yet persists in chasing.
Sir, you're really gonna have to cut it out. The choir is telling me that, these trysts are doing you much hurt. Sir, please cut it out.
Good day, sir, and well met. Oh, pray tell, did you secure the hand of the golden-haired maiden?
Yea, verily I did.
Oh.
But 'twas through luck alone. For though your advice to impress her with jewels and manly pursuits was most excellent wise, she took ill against me.
Verily,
she
sir.
even called me a peacocking bear-botherer. But luckily, her father shares my love of rough sports and was greatly impressed by my semblance of wealth. He promised me her hand in marriage, and I was made the happiest of men.
Oh, that's great.
Then I must congratulate you on your forthcoming nuptials. Will you be having a summer wedding, or...?
Congratulate me? Do not congratulate me, Forman, for I am the unhappiest of men.
But you just said, sir.
It was but a day after our engagement was announced that my love became afflicted with the smallpox. Naturally, I was all a terror. Would she perish? So wretched was I with fear, I almost died of fright.
Aye, naturally.
But now she's
smallpox is a most terrible
her
disease.
beauty is marred
I
by
intend to
pox.
write a small treatise on the subject.
But then, alas! Fate struck the cruelest of blows upon my soul.
She lived and
Oh,
she's ugly
verily.
now?
Poor girl. May she rest in peace. Or re-squeeze in pace, as we Latin scholars say.
What? Nay, death would have been a mercy. For once cured, the maid arose from her
Yep.
sickbed bearing hideous scars.
We knew it.
Her once fair cheeks, thus so cratered, to make the very moon wane with envy.
I see. And now you wish to extract yourself from your engagement, I presume.
Naturally. But her
Naturally.
brother and father are fearsome men with a taste for rough sport.
As you
and
said,
her
sir.
mother's tongue is as sharp as a barber's blade. I worry that my breach of promise may be taken ill.
Then let me see if I may fathom the family's reaction from the stars. What will become of breaking your engagement to this once fair, now pox-scarred maid?
Not a very noble thing to do, sir. However, you do have a lot of money, and they were impressed with your wealth, so maybe if you just paid them off to look the other way, you could get away with it. What will happen when I end my engagement? Moore has cause for hope regarding the young lady's forgiveness. Does she? Will she forgive you? Not likely. The maiden will bear the dissolution of her engagement with quiet grace. Well, if she's a better person than you, then perhaps. The maiden's father has been careless with his legacy. Indeed, it was most careless of him to betroth his daughter to such a mump-headed snatch-grabber. Those words. Okay, let's just gloss over that, what we said. I don't think he was being most careless. Well, I mean, maybe. It would be intelligent to seek resolution in a foreign country. God's punishment is on the way, with Neptune and Mars bringing confusion and war. Moore's breach of promise may result in a sudden change of fortune, his death. Yes, perhaps you should just leave the country, sir? Leave the country and go fight the Spaniards and pretend to be, just fake your death. And, yeah, let's go with that. That's probably the poor decision. I feel like we're not making great choices here lately, but maybe the game is forcing me to make poor choices.
The stars suggest you have much to fear from this family. You must flee England at once. For according to my precise calculations, based on the current alignment of the planets, let me see now. Yes, you will be branded a cock-born, snatch-grabbing knave of the lowest order, who deserves to be disemboweled with a pudding spoon.
That is quite a thing.
That is, if I'm not mistaken. And not even God is on your side, for it is his plan that you may be dragged into a foggy-headed confusion so as to render you defenseless against the family's dark intentions. Oh, good sir, you must heed my warning and never show your face in London lest you be set upon most violently.
God's blood! I must flee England's shores and never show my face, you say?
That is what we said.
But whither shall I go?
How about Spain?
Hold, I have it. Be it not carnival season in Venice, when citizens do hide their faces behind masks? Oh, and with such style. I thank you, Forman, for you have been most helpful. I must fly at once to my tailor to be measured for the latest Venetian fashions.
Indeed. Go, sir. And if you find anyone with the family name of Ferraro, do not believe them. They are fake and a fraud, sir. The querent did wish to know what will happen when he breaks his engagement. I did advise the querent to leave England for a time to be safe from the wrath of the maiden's family. Methinks the querent was pleased for me with the reading I gave this day, and he will be back 3 more times. We're up to halfway to the letter of recommendation, so it's possible that we get it. I shall simply tell father I wish to finish my education with a tour of Roman antiquities.
Glory to the Lord. The Lord, Archbishop Whitgift. Glory to the Lord in the highest position in the church, except for the Queen. Glory to the Lord, Archbishop Whitgift.
Hello, Archbishop Whitgift. It appears that perhaps you think that you have some authority and you do not actually have to answer to a higher power. Sir, how can we help you today? And can you please give me a letter of recommendation from the college, and please not besmirch my name? Thank you very much.
Ho! Ho there! Be there anyone at home?
Is it? By the saints, 'tis none other than Archbishop John Whitgift. Your Grace, I am most honoured by this most unexpected visit.
Truly, 'tis most unexpected, as I just so happened to be passing by.
Did you?
Indeed, I was riding by in my carriage when I found myself struck ill. My chaplain did suggest I take rest at the nearest residence, which did so happen to be this small dwelling. Forsooth, these rooms have the look of a physician's consulting
Yes,
chambers.
you're not fooling me. I know you're
Mayhap
here
you are
to
a
check in on
doctor.
me.
If that be true, then praise be to God for this happy coincidence.
A most fortunate coincidence indeed. I am Simon Forman, a doctor of astrology and physick. At your service, your Grace.
Well then, Doctor Forman, was it?
Yes.
Perchance you will tell me what ails me. I feel a kind of pain and heaviness in my side, and I know not if this be related, but My skin has of late become most unattractive in appearance.
Like
Pain
yellow,
in the
sir?
right side of the body and sallowness of the skin.
Her Majesty did remark upon it most wittily the other day at a meeting of the Privy Council. Your face does serve as a warning to us all, Archbishop.
Well, that's not very
Her
nice.
Majesty the Queen. Verily. A moment, if I may, Your Grace, while I consult the stars. What does cause the suffering of His Grace, the Most Reverend John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury?
A pain in your side and a sallowness of the skin. Believe you have jaundice because of a liver condition, perhaps? I have pain in my side and my skin has become yellow in color. Exactly, jaundice. What ails me? You have a failing liver, or at least a fatty liver. You need to give up, rich foods and drink, and try to eat more healthy, sir. The Archbishop is suffering from the jaundice, a condition characterized by choler seeping into the skin when the tube connecting the gallbladder to the liver is blocked. Okay, so maybe gallbladder. I didn't catch on to gallbladder. I was just thinking liver. The Archbishop is suffering from cardiac passion, characterized by grievous pain in the heart and gnawing sensations through the body. No, you do not have a heart attack. You have jaundice, sir. Please get your liver straight. Or your gallbladder, if we have to say gallbladder.
You are afflicted with jaundice, Your Grace. Yellow bile has seeped into your skin, causing it to become yellow-hued in appearance.
'Tis the jaundice, is it?
Indeed.
I see.
Pray, have a servant boil this pouch of herbs in water. The liquor is to be injected up the fundament once each day.
Up the
it
fundament,
should draw
you
the
say?
collar away from your skin and into your bowels. William!
Excellent. I will have my chaplain see to it. My. Who do we have here?
Before you take your leave, Your Grace, I would have my manservant William let blood from your right arm.
Indeed. Very well, then.
Before you depart, Your Grace, perchance I might trouble you with a request of my own.
Good day, sir.
Good
my
day.
chaplain will settle payment with you anon.
Well, go spend some time with our buff manservant, William, since everyone seems to love him, including the Archbishop of Canterbury. Alright, it's 32 minutes. I'm gonna do one more event. The querent did present with symptoms of pain in his right side and yellow-colored skin. I did advise the querent that he was suffering from jaundice. For treatment, I prescribed bloodletting and an enema. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today, and you will come back 4 more times, John Whitgift. Have a look at that. You're already 35% of the way there. William Buck, I think he said his manservant's name was. I wonder how much Forman pays him. Are you going to take our manservant, sir?
What does it matter if errors he makes? Let others mend other things else it breaks. Our Lord has much to gain from the risks he takes. Commoners may pay, but nobles only learn from their mistakes.
Okay, those were a lot of words that you said, but I don't think that I was really paying attention to the words that were spoken when I was trying to remember our information about Robert Devereux. What do we know about Mr. Devereux? Okay, so he had gonorrhea. He had... Well, he stole the fleet and we told him the wrong position, and that was it. That's the only thing we know about him. That he is a skirt chaser in Spain, I believe, and he steals Navy ships. Okay, let's move on.
Good day, my lord, and well met. Indeed, methinks I have not seen your lordship since last year, afore you set off with Sir Walter Raleigh to capture those
Don't even
Spanish
mention
treasure
it. Don't
ships.
bring that up.
Ah, yes. Doubtless you heard what became of that expedition. The town criers called it Raleigh and Essex's gold piracy fail, declaring it the biggest balls-up since the English Armada.
Aye, 'twas most ill-mannered of them, if I may remark.
The directions you gave me were entirely wrong, for we never came across the Spanish fleet. Indeed, we found ourselves becalmed in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Did you?
Raleigh blames me for it, and although I did explain to him that it was entirely your fault,
Indeed.
as I had gotten the navigational coordinates from you, that seemed to bother him even more.
My lord, I am full sorry for any error I may have made in my calculations. Forsooth, I pray I may assist you better this day. What is it you would ask of the stars?
What indeed?
I would have you tell me how I might regain the favour of the Queen. Indeed, 'tis strange she has not yet gotten over her displeasure, for the incident did occur many months ago.
But it was a
And we had
grave
every
error,
intention of
sir.
returning her warships, filled to the brim with gold, I might add. Besides, how in the devil's name were we supposed to know the King of Spain would choose that very same month to invade England? Huh! I have not the power to predict the future.
Ah, but we do,
Well,
sir.
nay, but I have, my lord, if you had asked me to.
Verily, 'tis not to be borne. Only last week, at a meeting of the Privy Council, during a minor disagreement regarding the Catholic rebellion in Ireland, she called me an impudent lord-splainer, whereupon she rose from her chair and molly-whopped me in the face.
The Queen
I
did
half
that?
drew my sword upon her.
You mean the Queen?
Aye, indeed. Her behaviour was most shocking. I even asked the royal physician whether she may have lost her mind. She is, after all, most elderly. But Mr. Smith assures me she is in very fine health and is in full control of her faculties.
Her Majesty's behaviour is a mystery indeed, although mayhap it should not surprise us. A man's reason is oft insufficient to fathom the workings of the feminine mind, and, in such cases, he may have little choice but to call upon divine wisdom. To wit, let us see what the stars can tell us. What must Lord Devereux do to regain the Queen's favour?
Stop being an impudent swine, sir, and actually do your duties and not run off all half-cocked. What can I do to regain the Queen's favor? Devereux may reverse his change in fortune by turning his working relationship with the Queen into a sexual one. Oh God, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Devereux's ambitions may be achieved if he is gentle. Devereux should pretend to be in love with the Queen. Oh man, this is all bad. No, don't do that. Devereux should not act in haste. He should make an intelligent suggestion to mount a military campaign in a foreign country. Devereux should assume, oh, the sun was authority. We should have known the sun was authority in our thing. It was not Mars. Devereux should assume a position of authority in keeping with his birthright as peer of the realm. Devereux must show the Queen he's a loyal man who does his duty. See, there you go. Doing your duties. Sir, please go to war with, I don't know, someone. Maybe, Ireland. Go to war in Ireland.
To regain the Queen's favour, you must demonstrate your fealty to her, your loyalty as a peer of the realm who sits on her Privy Council. To this end, the stars suggest you offer to lead a military campaign to put down this Catholic rebellion in Ireland.
There we go, see?
Your lordship is, after all, a great military leader. What better man for such a task than the hero of Cadiz?
Verily, 'tis no ill idea. 'Tis no ill idea at all. Yes, indeed, I shall offer to put down the Irish for her. Forsooth, how difficult could such a mission be?
Very.
I shall quickly defeat those fen-sucking muck-savages and be back home by Christmas. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Godspeed, my lord.
Godspeed, you absolute rapscallion, you. The querent did wish to know what he could do to regain the Queen's favor. I did advise the querent to offer to lead a military campaign to put down the Irish rebellion. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. So we're up to 75. We're a little higher than we were last time. The Irish are idiot drunkards, thus easy to vanquish. We English would not make jest about the Irish if this were not so. I don't think you'll find it so easy, sir. But, you know, Good luck to you, sir. And we will listen to the next little bit to give a preview of the following episode and end this episode here.
Though our hero Simon Forman's not a Catholic, he disapproves of Mary for her views, they make him sick. But pray he does not tell her, lest she punch him in the punch him in the
Punch him in the fa la 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 la. Okay, so that's what we have to look forward to next episode. Something about Mary Payne and her views that make us sick. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.